Changdeokgung is a royal palace of Joseon dynasty. Joseon was founded in 1392 and lasted more than 500 years. Changdeokgung was built in 1405, about 600 years ago, as a secondary palace after the main palace, which is Gyeongbokgung, that is near the Blue House. However, 200 years later, both palaces were burned down, destroyed entirely during the time of Japanese invasion in 1592. And in 1610, after the 7-year War was over, this Changdeokgung Palace was rebuilt, whilst the other main palace, Gyeongbokgung, had been left in ruins. Therefore, from that time on, this Changdeokgung Palace had been served as main primary palace of Joseon dynasty. Joseon Kingdom came to an end in 1910 when Japanese occupation started. That lasted for 36 years until 1945. As you can imagine, much of the palace had been heavily damaged during the time of Japanese occupation. Most buildings were converted or used as a banqueting place, venue. Well, in 1991, finally, restoration of palace has started, still continues today. And in 1997, the UNESCO paid a visit here and inspected every part of the palace and designated this palace as World Cultural Heritage for its outstanding architecture and beautiful design of the Secret Garden. So Secret Garden is definitely a must-see place. Now let me show you where to visit. Okay, whole site of Changdeokgung is about 118 acres or 480,000 square meters. And it is divided into two parts. Front part is filled with palace buildings. And at the back of the palace building is all Secret Garden that occupies 2/3 or 60% of the whole area. And now we are here and we are approaching the stone bridge and just stop. We will stop for a while briefly, and then we'll through this gate and go to the main hall, the throne hall, that is called Injeongjeon. And we'll continue to King's official office, Seonjeongjeon, and followed by two residential area. Residential area is divided into two buildings. The front building is Hijongdang, that is used for King's residential area, and deep inside, so center of the palace is for the king. So king's living quarters is this building, and the eastern part is set aside for a crown prince. So there were many houses, facilities for the crown prince, but most of them was destroyed, dismantled, and what remains is just a study room in form of a pavilion. And the eastern corner, we can see a building called Nakseonje that was built in 1847. I hope we will cover this area, but all of you are going to Secret Garden, maybe you will miss this. And I will keep continuing to this area with those who are not going to the Secret Garden. All right? Any questions? It will take about 1 hour. So let me go off to the stone bridge.